Hello everybody, my name is BearCozy, and today we're playing some Awaken Chaos Era. If it's your first time here, I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos, and I also make account progress play-along videos, because for me, the fun is in progression. Today I wanted to make an account progress update video, and seeing how I just hit level 60, that is the perfect time. So I want to go through my account, where I am, what I've achieved, and what I'm currently working on. So let's get into it. As you can see right on the main screen, I have this chest jumping up and down. I did just hit level 60, which is really cool. I feel like I'm progressing quite a bit, and that's primarily because I've been trying to grind gear in dungeons. So let's go ahead and pop this chest open. Congratulations, you've hit level 60. I get one meal coupon, which kind of sucks. I was hoping for some more. There should be at least 10 there. There should be some shards or something. I feel like level 60 is a major milestone, and we should definitely get something for rewards. So unfortunately, that kind of sucks. I'm not too happy about that, but I will take it. So here's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and do our daily summons as we normally do, and then we'll talk about all of the rest of the things. Right now, I only have 3 shards. I'm at 1% mercy because it got reset. I just pulled Garel not too long ago. I think it's been 2 or 3 days, and I haven't been really pulling very many shards. So let's go ahead and pop our daily free summons, see what that gives us. And we actually got Charles. That is a pretty good pull. I'm pretty happy with Charles. Charles is a defense-based hero, and he works really well in a defensive team. I'm not sure what's going on with this red scarf around his neck. It's kind of a half shirt, half scarf. I just noticed he's missing a shirt and he's covering it up with this poncho. Not sure what's going on there, but that's the way it is. Let's go ahead and pop one more, see what we get there. And we get Celine. She is absolutely useless, and we're going to move on. So let's get into the account update, and we're going to start with Adventure. Now, in Adventure, I am currently up to Chapter 8. I'm not 4. I am currently up to Chapter 8 in Mythic. As you could see, I have forgot all about 9 and 10, and I'm hoping to go through those together. I've been focusing on gearing, I've been focusing on running dungeons, getting enough skills, and working on things like that. I do want to go through this together in the next few videos, so hopefully I will not forget to do that. I am focused currently on the events. Right now, the events that are going is the Gear Collection event. The Gear Enhancement event is coming up very shortly. So I did max out the Gear Collection event. That was not too difficult, and I'm really looking forward to the Gear Enhancement event. Now, the last time I did the Gear Enhancement event, I got myself an Awaken Soul Arcana, and I'm really hoping for the second one. I'm hoping that this will be one of the rewards, and I'm hoping to get one more. I did make a video about that. I had 2 Awaken Soul Arcanas, and I ended up using that on Nathalia as voted by my viewers. So that was awesome. Thank you very much for the input. That was a lot of fun to do. The next thing I want to go through is, let's go through my dungeons. Now, if we click on the Arcane Dominator, you can see that I have gone through Roaring Tulpa Stage 12. I've cleared 1 through 12 on Tulpa. Tulpa was pretty difficult, and you do need to bring a lot of damage here. I have not cleared Hell Stage 1 or 2. I currently don't have the gear and the ascensions for that. Most of my heroes are not ascended, and most of my team for Tulpa has been a free-to-play team, and that's working okay. Moving on to Ash Magisteria, I have cleared 1 through 11. I am currently on Stage 12, and right now, for Stage 12, I will need to speed tune my team, and they're not speed tuned just yet. I'm still working on acquiring some gear because I am rotating some gear between heroes, and it's getting kind of tedious. So I like to actually just equip a hero and leave it and work on the next one. I really don't like borrowing gear, especially when it's not full sets of gear, especially when it's one piece at a time, because then you forget what you had where, and gear just gets lost, and you don't remember what the optimal setup was. So that is Ash Magisteria. Queen of Tides, of course, I am progressed all the way through Stage 12. I have been farming Queen of Tides for quite some time. Now, my Queen of Tides team I went over. I'm using Hakrin, Rodira, Santos, and Gangelo. That was my team. I did complete 12 with Antonua. Now, Antonua right now does not have any gear. All the gear right now from Antonua is on Cyrus. I have not tried Cyrus in this dungeon because Cyrus is the wrong element, and that will not go over well. But I have completed it with Antonua. I've seen other people using Evira and Nathalia, and I think Sierra might be good. Sierra has no gear as well. So right now I have more heroes built than I have gear, and I am still working on not only acquiring gear, but rolling good gear. All right, so let's move on. Queen is done. As I've mentioned, I cleared 12. I cannot complete Hell Stage 1 because my heroes die on the first wave, and that is primarily due to because most of their gear is only rolled up halfway because the substats are not the best, and I also don't have very many Ascensions. Moving on to Witch of the Wind. Witch of the Wind, I have not done much here. Now, the gear is pretty cool, actually. I am looking forward to getting some more Assassin set pieces. The Assassin set is pretty cool. Attacks have a 50% chance of dealing 50% extra damage to the main target. So that will go really well on Nathalia and on Aurak, on Antonua. So I am looking forward to progressing. I honestly just have not been playing this much. I haven't really been focusing on the Witch, because the best gear right now for me is in Queen of Tides. So that is what I've been farming. And then, of course, Gemini Dragon. There's really nothing that I want from here other than the guard set. Guard set is okay. The rest of it I really don't care about. And the guard set right now will only benefit Nathalia. I have her built the way that I want her, as best as I could. Her crit damage needs to come up, but it's going to take some time for me to go through Gemini Dragon, and it's going to take some time to get the guard set gear that I need and to be able to hit the stats that I need. So right now I'm focusing on Queen of Tides primarily, Tulpa secondary, and then I am starting to work on Ashe slowly. Once I get more heroes built, once I get more gear, then I can start working on speed tuning them. The speed tune is off a little bit right now, so I am stuck on 12. Moving on to Void Tower. I have cleared Void Tower normal. We did that together. We claimed all of our rewards. We claimed all of this together on camera, and we did pop a few shards. Now, after floor 100, we did get this Ancient Summoning Crystal, and that was kind of a crappy epic. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it wasn't too great, so I was not too happy about that. But there is lots of resources there. Void Tower Hard. If we go to Void Tower Hard, I actually tried floor 1 quite a few weeks ago, and I actually failed it on floor 1 because I could not nuke my way through. And I am going to attempt this again before the reset. Now, currently there are 5 days left. I am going to attempt it, but I am waiting on the gear enhancement to vet, which for me is in 2 days, so I can gear some new heroes. Maybe bring an AoE taunt, maybe bring Bruzak or Lunar Melisa if I have enough resources to build her, and then we'll go from there. When I originally tried this, I could not nuke my way through because the enemies are tough, and I am going to end up needing to bring some more crowd control, so we'll see how that goes. We'll do that together. And if you look at rewards, there are actually pretty good rewards in here. As you can see, every 10 floors, you do get a foodie, which is cool. You do get some shards, you get some stardust as well. And at the end, of course, there is a hierarchy Soul Arcana, which is used for legendary heroes. So that is really cool. I know I'm not going to get there because I'm still working on gearing. And Hard Void Tower scales pretty quickly. Now, if we look at the Proving Gate, Endless Trial. Endless Trial I have really been enjoying, and this is one of the things that I have not talked about. Now, Endless Trial, as you can see, I've made it through level 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. I have not attempted level 70. I do have a very small roster, and we'll talk about that in a second, and I do lack gear. But level 60 I have completed multiple times, and that was a lot of fun. And one of the best heroes actually in level 60 trial, or in any level Endless Trial for that matter, is Antonua and Nathalia. And they are very, very good in there, so I will be doing this together on camera at some point. Moving on to Bounty Hunt. Now, Bounty Hunt, I've made it all the way through 62 stages. I am on stage 63. I'm making my way slowly through as I get better heroes and I get better gear. Now, I'm not sure where this stops. Right now, I can see up to 68, and that is that. And I am making my way slowly through it, but that's not my first priority. Of course, Dispatch, I'm still working on. Dispatch has been okay. The Dispatch abilities come along very, very nicely, but it does start to get a little bit redundant after you've done a bunch of them. So that is the progress. Let's move on to heroes and take a look at the roster. Now, right now, if we look at my legendary heroes, you could see that I have 8 legendary heroes, actually 7, because I just got an extra copy of Hydrisia from the Magic Pass, and apparently I've pulled a couple of other copies of Hydrisia before. So what I want to do together is I want to go ahead and ascend her, use the extra copy to ascend her. Now this third ascension will give her 15% extra basic health, which is going to be very, very nice. Let's go ahead and use her there. That will be 3 ascensions. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I've had 2 other copies of her, which is interesting because I honestly don't remember pulling multiples. I remember pulling 1 or 2, but this last one is from the Magic Pass. I did get Evira from the last Magic Pass. I have not built her yet. I don't have enough resources. I did just pull Garel, as I've mentioned a few days ago. That was really cool. Currently, he is built, but he has his glyphs maxed out, but he's got 0 gear because I'm still working on that. I believe I'm still working on his abilities. Yep, I'm still working on his abilities, so he's coming along slowly, and he will help me in Tulpa. Now, Brand, of course, I did get from the Magic Pass, just like Evira and Hydrisia. So this is my 3rd Magic Pass, and I'm looking forward to my next one. Gangelo, I pulled from the Daily Summons. Sierra, I pulled with the Daily Summons. That is why I like to record them. Cyrus, of course, we fused together. If you want to know how to fuse Cyrus, I made a video on step-by-step to fusing Cyrus. And Garel, I've pulled. So as I mentioned, some of these I pulled. Gangelo, Sierra, and Garel. Some of these were from the Magic Pass. Looking at Brand here, looking at Evira, and looking at Hydrisia. And Cyrus was a fusion. So my legendary hero roster is very small, as you can see. Right now I have 7 Legos. Now if we move on to the epics and shut the legendaries off, I do have quite a few more epics than I do Legos. Now Azrina is free from the Covenant. I did pull a few copies of her, and I did ascend her, and I've been using her in Tulpa, and I'm actually liking her quite a bit. Now, she is not the best damage dealer in the game. Of course, she is not. But if you are free to play, she is a good option, and she's working out fairly well for me. Zatlux, of course, you can get from the Covenant as well. You can get him on your free-to-play team. Now, I did pull a couple of copies of Zatlux, so he is 2 stars ascended. And right now, he is my best hero. If we check out his stats, those are his stats. And I did get him up to 255 crit damage, and that took some time. Now, Zatlux only needs 70% crit rate, so he is maxed out. Moving on to Bruzak, I got lucky. I pulled Bruzak on camera. That was really cool. I was hoping for Bruzak. I actually got a couple of extra copies of him. I don't think he's geared. If he is, yeah, he's got very, very basic gear, and his stats are very subpar. He only has 14,000 health. So I am working on gearing him. I'm going to try to get him a little bit tankier and see if I can hit Hard Void Tower with him, primarily for that AoE taunt. That should help, and since it's on a 2-turn cooldown, we'll see how far we can make it. Now, moving on to Nathalia. Of course, I've talked about this in previous videos. I got Nathalia just for downloading the game. Apparently, I got super lucky and I started at the right time, and I just got her for downloading. That was a promotion event that was happening for a period of time. I was not sure how long they were going to have it, and the promotion event didn't last very long. It was only about 2 weeks or so. Moving on to Antonua. Antonua came from my very first purchase of the Magic Pass. She was there as a promotion. She was a free hero. If you spent $5, you get yourself an Antonua. That was the promotion. Now, Aurak, of course, Aurak is free. If you are free to play, you can get yourself an Aurak. And mine is really, really good. And I believe I actually have an extra copy of Aurak. I've been working on collecting copies of Aurak, collecting his matrix, and that you can do from the bartender. So if you are free to play, make sure you complete the events, collect yourself event tokens, and purchase the hero matrix. So I do have an extra copy of Aurak, and of course I have myself an Awaken Soul Arcana sitting here. I believe that was from the Endless Trial, and I am going to collect at least one more, and then I'll figure out what to do. All right, moving on. We've talked about Antonua. We've talked about Nathalia. Santos is a free-to-play option. She is fusible. You can synthesize her. We've done that together on camera. Santos is my main poisoner. And then, of course, Hackrin is fusible as well. He is under synthesis. As you can see, I believe I have another copy of Hackrin I just fused. So we can go ahead and actually fuse him together, and that is going to affect his base health, and that will help him survive a little bit longer. Now, he is a defense-based hero, and he does bring some very nice buffs to the team. As you can see, I do have William. William and Zatlux were actually my very first summons. That was my first newbie 5-summon pick, and William and Zatlux were in the same pool together, so I went with William. My other option, I believe, was Hydricia, and I passed on her. Gahar I pulled not too long ago. He doesn't have any gear. He's just hanging out. I tried to make a Poison Explosion team with Gahar, Santos, and Gangelo, but I could not because Gangelo is not ascended, and Santos is not ascended as well, or Gangelo was not ascended at the time. Santos is not ascended at all, and neither is Gahar. So to make a Poison Explosion team, I am going to need a much stronger Santos. I am going to need an A5 Ascension on her, and I'm not sure if I need an Ascension on Gahar, most likely. So for right now, he's going to hang out. And of course, looking at Virgil, I've talked about a lot. He is here. He's got basic gear. He's got basic glyphs. And it looks like I stole his boots. I did use Virgil in normal Void Tower, and he helped me a lot to clear it with his AoE silence. Moving on to Lunar Melisa. I did pull a few copies of her. I don't think I have another one. I do not. She's actually pretty cool. On her ultimate, she has an AoE taunt, which is cool. I am slowly working on gearing her and on leveling her. She is very, very good in arena defense because of the AoE taunt. So I am going to build her when I get more resources, and hopefully she'll help me in Void Tower. I do have Winstrix in my arena team as a Go First team. I talked about Winstrix a couple of times. As you can see, I've pulled a few copies. Apparently, I have one more. As you can see, I've pulled a few copies of Winstrix. So every time I look at Winstrix, I do have another copy of her. That is kind of cool, but she is pretty good. She does help me in my Go First arena team. I did make a video on that. Thomas, I've pulled a few copies. He is not built. Lord Lick I have. I'm not sure if he's good or not. I've heard mixed reviews on him, so I left him. Kane, of course, is the very first hero you start with. Arendelle actually replaced the Nathalia promotion, so after they got rid of the free Nathalia for downloading and playing the game, they replaced it with Arendelle. Sadly, I would have liked to see Nathalia stick around. Silent I pulled. I never built her because I wasn't sure where I was going to use her. And then I got a couple of other ones. Hugh I don't think is any good. I'm not sure about Urzag. He's not crazed. Vance I pulled. I believe Vance is actually for the fusion. One of the fusions. I believe I used Vance in the Sirens fusion. He's in there somewhere. I did pull Scarlet, but as I've mentioned, right now I just don't have enough resources to build everybody. And I did pull Jacob. My understanding, let's go ahead and I'll send him. My understanding is that Jacob works really well with Scarlet. They synergize really well together, but I have not been able to build them and test them myself. And so when I get more resources, I will do that. So as you can see, there's my roster. I don't have too many heroes built. A lot of these are free to play. Nathalia I got for downloading the game. Aurak I got from the bartender. Zatlux I got from the Covenant. Azrina I got from the Covenant. Antanua was free by spending $5. That was the promotion. Spent $5 getting Antanua. Some of these were fusible, like Hackerin, like Santos. And then some of these other ones I just got lucky and pulled. So that is my roster, and that is what I'm currently working on. And as the game goes on, I will continue to make more progressions. We are going to go through Hard Void Tower together. Probably not very far, but we are going to go through it together. I like to show not only my progress, not only my successes, but also my failures. And then we'll continue going through Adventure Mythic Chapter 8 when we get there. Hopefully we'll get through 9 and 10. I have been working on farming glyphs and I completely forgot all about this. So there's the update. I hope you liked the video. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button to help me grow the channel. Hit the thumbs up to help this video reach more people like you. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.